Hello, and welcome to the Disney Dunces. Using your touch-tone keypad, please enter the first 3 letters of the movie title you would like to see. You've selected The Lion King 2019. If this is correct, please press 1 now.
Welcome to Disney Dunces, the only Disney podcast presented by self-proclaimed non-experts. I'm Dunce number 1, but you can just call me Richard.
And I'm Craig Stew, and I'm Dunce number 2.
I'm the third one, and I guess despite Scar's incessantly repeating to be prepared, I'm just not for this one, guys.
You're not prepared?
Not prepared for this one.
You didn't take notes? You didn't bring your notebook to the movies?
6 times in a row. He's repeated, be prepared, be prepared, be prepared. I guess I'm not.
Oh my god, dude. I showed up with my notebook. I showed up with my pen. I even brought a backup pen just in case.
Oh boy, the backup pen.
You need the backup pen, in case you get backed up.
Well, the thing is, I leave my normal pen in my car, and, sometimes it gets hot, so you need that backup pen just in case it explodes on you.
Where do you keep the backup pen?
In my home, where it's not so hot.
You don't just have a drawer with a bunch of pens, or a thing with a bunch of pens?
I feel like if the pen's just at your house...
Do you own 2 pens?
Do you just have the 2? That's weird.
Yeah, I only own 2 pens.
What? You don't just take a pen if you're just at the bank. Let me grab let me just take.
No, you don't take the.
Wow! Look at this guy talking about bank theft.
I don't appreciate.
They're free. What are you talking about?
No.
Yeah, they're free when you steal them. I guess. Hold on. Let me just. I think there's a car with an open window. Let me just high wire it. It's free, right? Might as well just take it.
Only if it's in the bank parking lot.
Oh, okay, perfect.
They're free
down the road.
That's the point. They're free.
The
advertising.
cars,
the pens. You don't go to TD Bank and there's literally a whole thing of pens, or wherever bank you go to.
No, they're always chained up like criminals.
Why do I even need to go to the bank? That's the real question.
Sometimes you got to go to the bank.
Yeah, you go to the bank. I'm with Craig on this one.
It just happens.
You go to the bank sometimes.
Yeah, you don't.
Also, you probably go to the bank more than any of us. So don't even start.
Yeah, Mr.
I mean,
Moneybags.
yeah, but that's for work. You guys who aren't finance boys.
You go to the bank more than anyone. So how are you asking why are you going to the bank?
Because I don't know what normal people have to do at the bank. I work for a business.
Sometimes I go there for monies or quarters.
Yeah. You have to deposit
there's
money.
reasons to go to the bank. Yeah, this is a weird thing you've done.
Why?
Sorry, I have my app, which you can just take a picture of your check and you're good to go. And I mean, sure, sometimes I go to the ATM, but I never go inside the bank.
Enough of this.
They don't have pens out of the ATM. Here's a free pen with your ATM transaction.
I will give him that. He shouldn't be taking the bank's pens.
The bank I go to, the pens are there to take. I don't usually take them because I have pens at home.
The chain off.
But I'm just I was just giving
you've taken so many pens.
But I'm just
from this poor bank.
I have one TD Bank pen sitting here, and I don't know where it came from.
I have an idea.
But I have one bank pen here, right? But Rich, you're the one telling me you have 2 pens. All I was doing was making just bringing it up why you have a pen. Some people just have a pen from a hotel. You take the pen. I don't know. You pen from here, from there. I have a customer at Zap who just brings us pens. So pens just appear.
I need to get in contact with this person who's bringing you pens.
Or if you need pens, you just buy it. Just when you go to the store. I happen to love those there's gel. I don't know if they're not gel pens.
No, they're gel pens.
I know which
ones you're talking about.
Like the ballpoint, not maybe ballpoint, or the roller pens. I forget what they're called. But I love them. They're amazing.
What colors are they?
I think I usually just get black. I mean,
black.
No, they're not the gel. They're not called gel
This
pens.
conversation got super boring real quick.
Whatever. I get those.
Hey guys,
I buy a pack of pens. Why do you have
Okay,
two
guys.
pens?
Hey guys, I went to the movies and saw this flick. You probably never heard of it. It's one of the more of the indie scenes. Disney The Lion King. I think.
Featuring Donnie Glover and Beyonce Lady and
Billy Eichner and James Earl Jones and Beyonce and
Seth Rogen. John Oliver. Yeah, it's a lot of people in this movie. It's a shame.
Yeah. Guys, I had probably the worst movie experience that I have ever had in my life.
Okay.
Good. That's let me just check. Yeah, it's par for the course for this film.
Yeah, like when I went to see Toy Story, like, you know, that's a kid's movie and it wasn't too bad. But when I went to see this one, like it starts with like, you know, the previews are going and parents are taking pictures of their kid.
Well, duh, no one's going to this movie to enjoy this movie. Come on now. Don't be an idiot.
Obviously they're taking pictures so they can remember it.
They're taking a picture of their kids so they can tweet, "Hey, remember when I did this when I was a kid, hashtag throwback, whatever the fuck, who gives a damn?" It's all terrible. This movie's terrible and everyone who goes to it is terrible. I'm glad you had a terrible time because it's just what this movie is. There's no good could come from this.
Yeah, it was like 3 different groups of people just taking pictures of their kid. And I'm all like, what the hell?
Well, you just said it was during the previews, so what's the problem?
I want to see the previews.
I agree. I don't think they should be doing it during the previews either, but like...
Then when are they going to show all their friends that they took their kids to see The Lion King like they were seeing The Lion King?
But it's not that big of a deal.
No, that's the whole point of going, is to show people, hey, I took the kids to The Lion King. Like I was taken to The Lion King. Hashtag best parents.
And I was also next to a fucking family who the kids, they start talking to their mom who's at the snack bar, like on speakerphone. And the mom's saying like, what kind of Starburst do you want? And then the kids are like,
What do you mean, what kind of Starbursts?
What kind of Starburst did he want? Because I'm kind of curious as he went.
Did they have the Fave Reds or the regular variety? Is that they had both?
They might have. Maybe they're like tropical.
She said, do you want the minis or the gummies? And I'm like, why the hell are those the only options for Starburst?
That's weird.
Why would you get the gummies anyway? They're not good. Or the minis.
Well,
they're both not good. Just get the regular ones.
Hey, you don't know these kids' taste, man. I mean, they're there to see The Lion King. Clearly, they don't have good taste. Come on.
And then later, she calls him back, puts it on speakerphone again, and she's like, what kind of drink do you want? And he went with, like, fruit punch or something.
Okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
I don't know. Who cares? Like, they went to see The Lion King. They don't think these things through. They're not good people.
You have to... Okay, I have a good story. We'll make this one quick. First of all, while I was in the theater, I kid you not, I think people got up.
Wait, who?
When I was in the theater, I'm saying people in the theater must have gotten up and walked, because I was in the aisle. I was right at the end of the aisle, and I must have watched 20 people get up. I was like, what are you doing? Why are you going up and down the freaking aisle? Why are so many people going to the bathroom or getting extra food? I don't know what they were doing, but it was so many people. I saw the same party multiple times get up. I was like, what is going on?
Like the full party would get up in unison?
Well, to let like 2 people out, you know, like, and it was like, come on. Thank goodness you weren't in front of me, but I'm just watching this happen. I'm just like, God damn, man. Come on. But the big problem, there's a kid in like maybe the 5th or 6th row from the front. He's wearing those stupid sneakers, which actually, no, they're actually pretty cool sneakers, I'll be honest. The ones that light up, when you stamp, they light up. But you're in a dark theater, so they're just all I kept seeing on the side wall was this blue flash that kept lighting up. I'm like, are you crazy?
Craig wants a pair.
Yeah, if I was, 6, they're awesome. But, like, when you're in a theater, it's crazy. And at one point, the kid's standing there next to his mom, who was in the aisle seat. He's just standing next to the aisle, because obviously he was a young kid. He's, restless. So at this point, he's out in the aisle. I'm just watching his shoes light up every 2 seconds. I'm like, goodness.
That sounds more of a Craig problem.
What do you mean this is a Craig problem? This is the worst problem is for the person right in front of him. Your freaking strobe light is going off in the middle of the movie. It's crazy.
But yeah, I got new trailers, finally.
I was still waiting for the good part of Craig's story. Hold on.
Dude, did you see Cats? The trailer for Cats?
I own a cat. I don't need to watch a trailer for it.
Dude, the trailer for Cats, I was, I don't want to say blown away, but yeah, I definitely don't want to say blown away.
I didn't know they were doing a Cats movie.
I saw some things on Twitter about it, but I didn't care to look into it. But when I saw that trailer, I was all like, what the hell is this?
It's like, yeah. It was... I didn't know what to think about it when I saw it. I'm not going to see it. I did hear someone say, "Oh, I want to see that."
They got one person.
But I'm sure someone who's like a big fan of the Broadway show would be like, "Oh, I'll go see this." But
Like, they got enough star power in that movie, I think.
oh, definitely. But I mean, you had
Pulling the old Lion King.
That's true. They're doing the same thing. We just gotta fill as many roles with big name stars, and this movie will be a hit. And I don't know. All I recognized was Taylor Swift and Jennifer Hudson.
Idris Elba, what's this? Corbin, the late night host. What the hell's his name? British guy.
Well, I have no idea. So
John Oliver.
yeah.
And funny fat lady. She's there too.
Oh yeah, the funny fat lady.
My main problem, I think, with the Cats trailer is not really with the trailer itself, but people's reactions to it. Because I feel like no one really understands that Cats is Broadway's biggest running like gag. It's not supposed to be good, guys, and they translated that so well to this movie. Like, looking at it, it just you don't want to look at it.
I want to look at it. Like, I'd see.
You don't want to
movie.
look at it. You look at the people, and you go, "Wow, they CG'd cat people, and it's awful. This is horrific."
I don't think it's awful.
And
like,
it's awful. It looks really bad. But they had to do that because if they gave them like costumes, like an actual Hollywood budget, it might have accidentally looked good, and people wouldn't have gotten that it's just one big joke. So I really think they did a really good job with this Cats trailer.
are you gonna see it then?
No, I mean, like, I'm not gonna give money for a
James Corden. That's his name. James Corden.
Yeah.
Well,
So that's it.
and guys, I'm excited for Maleficent. She gets naked in there.
I don't care about that.
I mean, I do, but
So I saw Cats and this abominable whatever the heck movie, not in theaters, because I went to the movie theaters after work. It was very hot, and I'm in the kitchen all day, and I just fell asleep during the trailers, and I also fell asleep during, I guess, the first part of the movie.
oh no.
So let's get that out of the way. But don't worry, I don't think I missed anything.
No,
because
no,
I
I'll fill
guarantee
you in.
I can tell you exactly what happened.
Oh.
Tell you exactly what happened. I'm guessing a bunch of animals showed up. A monkey held out a lion cub after rubbing his forehead with 11 herbs and spices. And then that's it. That's it. I think that's what I missed because when I woke, I saw a hornbill talking to a lion about not being there for the big occasion.
Yeah, you pretty much got it. But the thing is, like, before they started the song, they just show, like, the sun or the horizon or whatever for, like, a good, like, 3 to 5 seconds, and you're just, like, waiting for it. You're like, this is gonna be it.
I feel like that's the theme of the movie is showing scenery for longer than they should have and just waiting for it.
That's true. That's
It's a
true.
good 80% of this film.
I mean, okay, as okay as this movie was,
It's
you
not.
have to admit
Don't even give it that.
The animation though is kind of really good.
Hey, it looks like an animal.
Yeah.
Cool.
They made it exactly.
Cool.
It's just, yeah.
They made it look like an animal.
Yeah.
And they went nowhere further than that.
They should have done the cats thing.
Yeah, they should have done the Cats thing. That would have been better. It would have been at least interesting to look at. Because instead I'm looking at them, cool, you made a real animal. Guess what? I can literally put on a channel whenever I want and see actual animals instead of you having pretend animals. Did you at least make those pretend animals do anything cool, like dance around or sing or anything? No, they just kind of do what animals do. And again, that's fine. Except I could kind of already see that whenever.
Yeah, you know what it is. You know what to expect. It's, you know.
They didn't do anything. They showed animals.
But yeah, we start with Circle of Life, which I guess they had a new person do it, maybe?
They had a new person do everything except for James Earl Jones.
But yeah, it sounds more... I need to choose my words carefully. African?
Sure.
They had more of an accent. She had an accent.
Yes. That's what I meant.
Yeah, there you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Also, the term you're looking for was authentic.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
No problem. That's what I'm here for.
During the song, dude, like, I had a family next to me, like, talking about, like, what each and every fucking animal was. Like, oh, that's a giraffe.
Probably more entertaining than actually watching the movie.
What I thought was neat was this scene was like literally shot for shot.
Yeah, it was. It was. Like, birds on the elephant tusks. You had, like, the peacocks, whatever, running around in front of the elephants as they're coming towards the camera. It's... Yeah, shot
I think
for
what made
shot.
it shot for shot is that in the cartoon, it's probably the one instance where animals act like animals and just kind of stand there.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to the rest of the film.
Like, I remember seeing this and it was shot for shot, and I was like, I'm pretty sure they said this movie wasn't going to be shot for shot.
I don't know.
It wasn't.
I never heard it wasn't going to be, but...
Oh, man. Like, when it was getting backlash, like, what are they doing? They said, oh, don't worry, there's going to be new stuff added. Not going to be shot for shot.
There is, but it's mostly shot for shot.
Yeah, totally.
And I hate to knock it because I
I
really...
think you guys have a loose definition for shot for shot.
I like Jon Favreau a lot, the director.
Congratulations.
It's just, yeah.
But yeah, dude, in the theater, I also had this one, I don't know what they were, what their relationship was, but it was a lady and a guy. Like, the guy, he was definitely like in his late 50s. The girl was probably like late 20s, early 30s. Like, I just kind of assume maybe, you know, father-daughter, but I don't know. But this girl, she just starts like taking out her phone, trying to do like a little video saying like, hey guys, on Snapchat, I'm seeing Lion King. And...
Again, that's literally why people are going to see this movie to say they saw it. I don't know what your complaint is.
Well, the thing is, later in the movie, the girl starts looking up at fucking IMDb and, like, poking her dad or sugar daddy or whatever, and just trying to show him, like, who's in this movie. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing, girl?
That's the draw of this movie, man. I don't know what your problem is.
Well, you shouldn't be doing it during the movie.
Why not? It's more interesting than watching the damn thing.
Maybe, but I had to look at her
It's
phone.
the spectacle of how...
Rich,
look at all the people in this film. It's the spectacle
right.
of it. That's why they did it.
You're right. Costiga's being a doofus.
No.
You don't do this during the movie.
No. This movie does not demand your respect or attention.
I paid $20 for it.
That's your fault, man. Shouldn't have done that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get shot for shot Circle of Life. We get Pride Rock. Pride Rock looks small in this. I don't know if it was just me.
I don't know. It's about... It can hold like 3 lions in the regularly, you know?
And a monkey.
I guess.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't that big in the cartoon either.
But yeah, Rafiki gets his fizzle sticks, puts it over baby Simba, and, you know, holds him up for everyone to see. Hooray.
Yeah. Probably. I don't know. I was sleeping.
Craig, at the end of Circle of Life, did you cry?
Yeah. I cry. I mean, I cry.
I got teary-eyed too.
I cry very easily, as you know. And I did not cry as much in this movie as I did in when we watched the animated one a few weeks back. I cried a lot during the animated one, but this one, it definitely didn't do it for me as much.
Okay.
I teared up here and there, but like I went through most of the movie, I would say pretty much dry.
Okay, keep us posted when it happens.
When I cry?
Yeah, we want to know.
Okay.
We want to know what tugs at your heartstrings. I'll let you know whenever I cry, and, you know, I got a little teary at the end of Circle of Life. That's it.
Okay.
So after that, Zazu, Scar, they talk. I don't know. I don't even know what to say.
There's nothing to say. Hey guys, have you seen The Lion King? That happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Zazu's just like, you're going to have to answer to Mufasa for missing the ceremony. But during this, like, Mufasa, he eventually shows up to, you know, scold Scar or whatever. But they seem
like
just
in the
kind
other
of like...
one.
Yeah, but they seem like bitter towards each other. Like, you know, there's bad blood. Like, during the original, I felt it was more like one-sided, but you can tell they don't like each other. And they just kind of put up with each other. And I think that they might have fought before.
It seemed like that in the original, too. Scar would always refer to himself as being much weaker than his brother.
Yeah.
And he's well aware of that fact. Because it seemed like they have fought before.
Yeah, he's like, I have the brains and he has the brawn, so...
Yeah, so when it comes to brains, I've got the lion's share, but when he's got the brawn, whatever.
Yeah, but there was like one quote in particular that made it seem like they had fought to be king or something.
That's not No, it was literally because he was born first.
I mean, yeah, that's why, but I don't know.
No, it's literally how it works. And they say that too. He was born first, and then he had his son.
It seemed like we were going to get backstory into how that Scar came to be, and I thought maybe Mufasa,
No, he was born with it. That's why his name's Scar, man.
Oh, okay.
Probably mom birthed him like a little branch on the floor. Probably scraped his little eyeball.
Well, the thing is, Mufasa also said, like, oh, I should have had Scar expelled years ago. But he can't because he's his brother. And I don't think that they mentioned that before.
Well, no. Why would they? Mufasa's like a good man.
Yeah. Well, he's like a saint in the original.
Not in this movie. He's a jerk.
Yeah.
And he's boring. He's a boring jerk. Everyone in this movie comes off like a jerk. There's not a single good character in this movie, which is weird because it is a Disney classic. They just kind of mutilated. But everyone comes out like a jerk.
It's the same movie.
No, it's not the same movie because everyone comes off like a lot more jerky and they really rub it in your face. It's a weird movie.
It's got to be all the A-listers, all the star power.
Maybe. They're too smug. It's all that smudginess rubbing off on the film.
Yeah. It's like, back in 96 or whatever, what did James Earl Jones have going for him?
He wasn't a household name.
Whoa.
But now,
stop.
Now he's all big Mr. Moneybags, big shot boy. Hey guys, look at me, the James Earl Jones. Like on the films.
Wait.
He should have played Scar. He would have been a much better Scar this time around.
You are bullshitting, right? When you just said...
And said, who's Scar this time? I'm assuming it's an A-lister, but maybe not because Scar was probably the least smug person there, which is weird considering the character.
Wait.
Maybe if they got James Earl Jones, Donald Glover, Billy Eichner, everyone else involved in this movie just took turns playing Scar, it would have been a better film.
No. They should have had like what's the name of that one guy? Not Grover Cleveland.
Grover from Sesame Street.
Yeah, have that guy, that voice actor do.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he would have been a good Scar. I would attempt a voice right now, but I'm sure you guys can tell this whole time my voice has been cracking because I'm severely dehydrated, I think.
Get a water.
I've been drinking water all day. There's no helping it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's wrong, yeah.
Greg, you sound like you wanted to chime in before.
Yeah, I've been wanting to chime in for a while, but you've kept...
He's fine.
Do you not like going.
Grover? Do you not like Grover?
No, I'm just pissed off because I'm not sure...
Oh, it's me, Grover!
I'm not sure if you're lying to me.
Star of Sesame Street!
I'm not sure if you're bullshitting about the James Earl Jones thing.
I am also
What did he do before... You said, what did he do before 1990? What are you doing?
It's my Grover! I think this is just my normal voice now, guys!
I'm dying!
This is just how I sound! I said not to do it! But I did!
I can't say anything.
Okay, Greg, what do you want to say?
Greg, I have to be quiet the rest of the show. Be strong.
Yeah, let him rest his voice, Craig. What do you want to say?
He's had the opportunity to rest it. He just keeps talking. I'm just unsure of whether you really believe that James Earl Jones did nothing before 1996.
I mean, he did, but he wasn't a household name. I mean, sure, he was the Star Wars man. Everyone knew him.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Bullshit.
Yes, they did. Absolutely, people knew James Earl Jones.
Are you telling me you knew James Earl Jones before The Lion King?
I didn't know who James Earl Jones was until I could know who actors were. I was 5.
Thanks for proving
I was 5.
our point. Let's continue with the podcast.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a water.
Okay, you go ahead. I'll talk about Rafiki. Because Rafiki, dude, he goes into his tree and, you know, the classic thing, Rafiki has a drawing of Simba in his tree for whatever reason. But here, it was weird what they did. Because, Rafiki is playing with bugs, and I don't even know. He was playing with the bugs, and then eventually I don't know, Craig, did he smash them? Or did they just move away, and then turns out, it's Simba's face?
I don't even know. No, I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking up what James Earl Jones was in.
Hi, I'm drinking more water. What's up?
Do you remember in Rafiki's tree, he, like for the drawing of Simba, for some reason he had just like a bunch of bugs aligned in a weird way.
Do I remember that in the cartoon or in this movie?
In this movie.
He had bugs aligned in the tree. I remember there's
On
always
his
bugs
tree.
crawling. There's always bugs crawling around it.
Yeah, but he had them like aligned in a certain way, and then he moved the bugs, and then they showed Simba's face.
Yeah, he blew. Okay, he didn't squeeze them. He just put them on and blew something over it, so that way that stuff made an outline of his face.
Oh, weird.
Because it's like when you paint something and you have the tape, and then you pull the paint away, and it's
Like a stencil.
yeah.
Yeah, the term you're looking for is stencil. I might have fallen asleep during this part too. I don't remember any of this.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll fill you in. Well, do you have any questions about Rafiki making Simba's face on his tree?
I mean, I have thousands, but if I keep talking without finishing this water, I'm afraid my voice is going to do this again.
Well, the thing is, the viewers are also going to have thousands of questions if you do.
Okay. What? That's my first one.
Okay, guys, so the next day, Simba wakes up and he's ready to go patrolling with his big old dad, Mufasa.
Big Papa Mufasa.
Yeah, but before patrolling, Mufasa explains that everything the light touches is our kingdom.
Never heard that before.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like he went a little deeper into it because I don't remember him saying like, oh, the land isn't yours, but it's yours to protect.
No, that's a direct quote. But, I mean, they had to put lines somewhere because this movie's like 40 minutes longer than the other one.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And trust me, none of it was worth it.
What do you mean?
It's not a good movie.
All right, let's move on from Negative Nancy over here.
I'm not Negative Nancy. They did a bad movie. It's not like fun or interesting to look at. They did nice animals, sure. But you don't really have those animals doing anything. They talked. Guess what? We've had the technology to do that thousands of years ago with the wonderful Mr. Ed. We talked about this. Get some lions, give them some peanut butter. You've made this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you get like giraffes and hippos and lions and everything else to crawl on top of each other and start doing spinning around and do a whole big musical number, now you've got my attention. That is amazing. And that's what they did in the first Lion King. This movie has none of that. And there's no really reason for it other than they want to keep claiming this is the live action adaptation. Meaning everything's got to be as realistic as possible. And because of that, it just loses that Disney magic, that fun. And at the end of the day, I'm just like, boy, this is just kind of a boring retelling of a story I already love. So that's my problem with this film. And it is what it is at its core.
Like, it definitely doesn't live up to the original. And they just tried to make the original.
Yeah, well, we all agree on that.
But more boring.
Okay, so moving on from Negative Nancy. Yada, 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 everything light touches. Don't go into the shadow area. Bad things. Guys, I'm having trouble reading my notes now.
It's literally The Lion King, buddy.
Grab, you have your other notes from the last one?
Oh, I got it. Just slip in, like, the summary from the original movie.
Well, the thing is, I started writing swear words about the girl looking at IMDb in front of me, and we already talked about that, so...
I don't know why you wrote that down. That seems...
It was important to my theater experience.
So then he goes to see Scar, right?
Oh, yeah, he does. And
Scar tells him, don't go to that elephant graveyard. Oops, I said too much.
it's only for brave boys. But maybe you should only go when you're king, because the king can go wherever he wants, but right now, you're only going to be king, so just promise me you're not going to go to the cool place. And Simba says, goodbye, I'm going to go see my friend, where it's bath time, with Nala, and everyone's mother. How do you feel about bath time, Casca?
It wasn't as fun as it was the first time.
There was no skull eating.
Yeah, I was really disappointed by that. Like, no, lions they pick up the young by their skull. They should have just kept that.
What did she do? Grab him by the neck?
Yeah, just by the nape of the neck.
That's-
Which
they
I
do
know
that
they
too.
do too. I know, but it's funnier when you grab them by the head like they did the first time.
Yeah, we want to see those lines open up wide.
Yeah, it was funny when Craig, it was funny when she bit him by the head.
Yeah, I agree.
You pick him up by the nape of the neck, it's like, all right, well, cool, I guess. I could do that to my cat, but if I was a jerk.
Yeah, it's kind of what you'd expect.
Yeah, it's not as funny. And yeah, it was just she gave him a lick, and he goes, "I'm clean.
I'm clean. Let's go off to the graveyard.
Let's go to the grave." I mean, the watering hole. All right, but you gotta take Zuzu with you. I forget what Simba mother calls this bird, but it's not Zazu.
Does she call him Zuzu?
She's the only character pronounced Zazu's name differently, and it's so jarring.
Like Zazoo?
Yeah, she says Zazu, and she's the only one to do it.
That's the African pronunciation.
But she's the only one to do it. Then do it. Have everyone pronounce it like Zazu. Then it bothered me. They're all in Africa. They're all African lions.
Well, everyone was probably an A-lister aside from Sashimi or whatever Simba's mom's name was.
She is an A-lister. Yeah, everyone in this movie is an A-lister. Man, the female hyena is an A-lister. She has 2 lines in this movie. A-lister. Yeah. Again, just be consistent with it. It was jarring. Zazu.
Do you know what else was jarring? When they go off to the watering hole with Zazu and
Zazu
sing "I Can't Wait to Be King."
I don't think the female one is she's an A-lister. The female.
Which female one?
The female the
hyena girl.
Yeah.
Isn't it the lady from the Marvel film with the black people? Black Panther.
She's in it, but she's not important in it.
What do you mean she's not important in it? She's the female hyena. She's Sheena or whatever.
No, I'm saying
I think he means in the Marvel movie.
Marvel, she's not.
She's in the Marvel movie.
But
of course
not.
She's in a Marvel movie. She's an A-lister.
She's not.
She's a named character in a Marvel movie.
They threw her name into credits, but she's not named in the movie. The only one is Okoye. It's Okoye, and that's not her. That's Denai Guerrero Michonne from
She's been
Walking
in
Dead.
multiple Marvel movies. She's been there the whole time. She's in like 3 Marvel movies, man.
Yeah, because she's one of the guards.
Yeah, she's great.
Oh boy.
Dude! The person who plays Sarabi?
Alfred Woodard. Yeah. She's been around.
Yeah.
My parents knew who she was.
Is that the one that you're saying?
Sheena. Or whatever.
Oh, you're talking about that one instead of Sarabi?
No, are we talking about Sarabi for?
I don't know. Who are you talking about?
I was talking originally about Shenzi, that's the hyena.
Shenzi, that's her name.
The only one to keep their original name. The other 2 have new names.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I don't know why they renamed them.
It's not Ed. Oh, probably to keep it authentic.
Well, yeah, because Ed's a very different character. Well, they both are very
No.
different characters.
I know, they're not funny at all. Which is weird, because you had half of Kay and Peele and Eric Andre to play these characters.
I liked them.
But their joke was, hey, don't stand so close to me. I like being close to you. And then they did that 3 times because, the funny rule of 3, you gotta do it 3 times and something's automatically funny. But that's all that was the one joke.
Yeah. Those hyenas sucked.
Yeah, they sucked. Like, it was bad. Like, you had the 2 boys who were dumb and ignorant or whatever. Oh, actually, what they weren't. They were just, hey, don't stand next to me. And then they, went out of their way to make the girl, it's like they tried to make her a character by making her, serious and tough and whatever.
Yeah, I thought that they were going to go somewhere with that.
Yeah, that went nowhere. The only thing I could think is because in hyena society, the ladies are in charge because they have more testosterone. They're a lot more violent than the males, which also leads to them having pseudo-penises for their clitorises, but we don't have to go through that. But,
I want to hear more!
You want to hear more? Okay. So their clitoris could become sort of like a pseudo-penis, which they piss out of, but they're still females because they have vaginas. And, their birth canal leads to it, and it's a 1 centimeter size hole, and hyenas are actually rather large cubs, they're babies. So that, tears open, and, they literally tear their clitoris open when they give birth. And 60% of hyenas suffocate, during the birthing process because it's so small.
Wait, the ladies are the babies or the ladies?
The babies suffocate. The ladies also die because, again, their clitoris is getting ripped open to give birth. It's terrible. But that's how hyenas work. I don't know why you wanted me to go into that.
How do you know this?
But,
all this information. You've now told me about ducks.
I like animals.
Wait, no. Did you tell me about ducks? Maybe somebody else.
I like animals.
Wow. You know what's funny? We haven't even gotten to the hyenas yet.
I mean, the hyenas are coming up right now. They just went to the elephant graveyard. But I think the point I was getting to
No,
was
we didn't do I just can't wait to be king.
you just said what was jarring was they just said I just can't wait to be king. And guess what? They did it. and it was a lot of animals standing there. And I will say this, of all the songs they covered, they probably did the better job with this one.
What? No.
I thought they were all pretty
Circle
whatever.
of Life was the best cover.
Oh, well,
think
you see, I
Circle,
fell asleep. I fell asleep during that one.
Circle of Life was just fun. It was good.
Yeah,
And
I'll believe it. I'll believe it was because who cares?
This was good too. This one was good.
Yeah, I thought out of all of them, it was the most fine.
I didn't like Johnny Ollie.
You know, I got John Oliver.
I thought it was
No.
good.
I thought, yeah, if of all the people, he didn't seem like super smudgy.
I actually thought he was the best. Actually, of the
He should have been the smudgy
voices.
one.
I mean, do you consider
Zazu is all about being on his high horse.
he's not? He's just super prim and proper, and he takes a lot of pride in his work. Which, again, I said this the first podcast. I have so much respect for Zazu. He is in such a position of power, being what and who he is. It's incredible. This movie disrespects him so much because, again, originally he stayed the advisor even when Scar took power, because even Scar recognized, I need this little bird. And this time he's played off like a joke the whole time. Scar even wants nothing to do with him. Poor Zazu, man. This movie sucks.
Yeah, he got less scenes in this too.
Yeah. Ugh.
Later on, he just flies away, but, we'll
Yeah.
get to that later.
Repeatedly.
Dude, okay, so during this song, I actually paid attention to what was kind of going on in the scenery, and it's like, oh, the lions are trying to blend in with the other animals and trying to get rid of him. In the, original, I just thought it was they're having a good time.
It's a big dance number.
It is a big dance number, and the animals are like helping out the kids get away from this fool because they know these kids want to have fun.
Yeah,
Animals are
yeah.
in on it. They're all messing with Zazu. The zebras are turning around, farting on him. A big hippo lands on him. They're all stacked up with them. It's fun time.
Yeah, and
It's
this
great.
is just guys are just at the watering hole, and the kids are just,
Running around.
Hey, let's stand with those animals over there. Hey, let's stand with these animals over here. Hey, you see those animals going for a walk? Let's go with them too. It's fair. It's just boring.
Now, would you have been happier in general if they went with yes, it was they kept it with the live action look, but made it still a more cartoony vibe?
Yes, I would have loved that. If they used the technology, like you made nice animals and then had them do extraordinary things.
Had them stack up on each other?
Yeah, this would have been fun to look at. Instead, I just found myself bored the whole time.
Yeah, they should have had a different vision for this movie. Instead of going live action, go more fun with it. Like Cats.
Yeah, Cats, again, it's a big joke, but at least they understand what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, and at the end, Zazu just kind of gets caught up in, some butterfly storm or something.
Probably.
As opposed to the original where, Zazu gets sat on by a rhino.
He gets inside of a rhino's buttocks, yeah.
Yeah.
He reenacts that scene from Ace Ventura 2.
Oh my god. That scene's crazy.
Yeah, and again, more fun than this entire movie is that one scene from Ace Ventura 2. So congratulations, Disney. I didn't think I'd ever have to make that comparison with you guys, and I'm going to stop talking.
Okay, off to the elephant graveyard we go.
Huzzah!
Yeah, it's cool. We got bubbling mud or whatever, oozing mud, and decaying bones. That was basically the big selling point that Scar had given to Simba, and Simba said, sign me up.
Was there a giant elephant skull there or no? Like they had in the original?
I don't
think there
remember a
was.
giant elephant skull, but I remember a rib cage.
Yeah, but there wasn't the giant elephant skull.
Well, they wanted to go for realism, and whatever reason, when animals die, their skulls just end up in a desert somewhere, but the rest of the body stays where it lands. Like in real life.
Yeah, man.
So they get chased by the hyenas.
Yeah, they get chased by the hyenas, and there's an actual chase. I don't remember a chase in the original, but they're going underground through some holes.
They did chase him for a little bit, but this was longer.
I was going to say, it wasn't as long, yeah. It wasn't as drawn out.
yeah, this was pretty drawn out.
And also, the banter was incredible. Hey, you guys look like supper. Aha, you guys look like a snack.
Let's eat Mufasa's bloodline.
Let's eat the bloodline.
Let's eat all that bravery.
Yeah. All those fun lines like in the original.
When in the original, it was all oh, what's for dinner? What's lying around?
Lying around.
And cub sandwich or something.
Yeah, you look like a cup sandwich and
Yeah.
My favorite one. Oh, man, what a good movie that was.
So then Mufasa shows up, saves them, and they go back.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, Zazu was there, I guess.
Yeah. Zazu was there. Doesn't matter. We already talked about the hyenas.
Yeah.
What bad hyenas?
Bad hyenas, guys.
Yeah, come on, Disney.
No reason, Disney. Come on. Ugh. Whatever. It's like they intentionally sucked the fun out of every character, and they had the characters whose literal purpose was just to kind of be fun, and they didn't leave them alone. At least let them be the stupid. I can't remember the term because I'm dying here. Craig, please. Who's the funny guy in films?
Comedic relief.
Jeez, comic relief. Thank you, God, guys. I think I'm dying. Help.
We can't.
Please.
Don't worry. We'll just press forward.
Let's do it.
Okay, so after the hyena squabble, Mufasa says, "You know what, Simba? I gotta teach you a lesson." And he teaches him a lesson about the stars. He says, "Hey, you see up there? Up those stars? Great kings of the past, they look down upon us. And one day I'm going to be gone, and I'm going to be up there too, helping you lead the way." That's pretty much it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's when we move scenes to the big song that we were scared wasn't going to be in this movie. Be prepared.
And it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah, as much as I try to be the most, I think I'm probably the most positive. What about this? This wasn't good.
You say positive, but I would say sucker.
Yeah. Actually, really quick before we go into the song, song quotations.
Well, let's. Yes, please.
I do just want to bring up that Scar, he just kind of goes to the hyenas, and it doesn't seem like they have a prior relationship at all. This seems to be like their first meeting.
In the original, he clearly had some kind of relationship with.
Yeah, they would hang. They didn't respect him or nothing. Like, it's just Scar. Whatever. He comes out here. He's a bum. He's like us. They're outcasts. Yeah. They have a common thread there,
Yeah, and in this, it's like the lady hyena just kind of being like, "What are you doing here? Better get out of here, buddy." Yeah, he just kind of makes his proposition, and he keeps saying, "Be prepared."
Like, literally. Hey guys, be prepared for the murkiest scheme, and be prepared.
Be prepared! Be prepared!
Be prepared! He like belted the one note, and that was it.
Yeah. Like, I really don't know what they did with this. Like, because there was a lot of backlash, I feel, when Disney, or I don't know how this happened, but someone first said like, "Oh, no, be prepared in this one." And people were all like, "Wow, they're cutting the best song." And now we kind of are stuck with this. It's on the soundtrack, by the way.
Him actually singing it? Or this?
This is on the soundtrack.
This is on the soundtrack?
I listened to this like a few weeks before the movie, and I said, "Oh boy." I listened to all the songs before seeing the movie, and I was just like, "Oh boy."
Man. Like, the only thing I could possibly imagine, because we talked about this again too, but like, there were references to, of course, the Nazis, and he did quote Hitler literally in that song, but I mean, work around it. Don't do this.
Yeah, this was bad. Like,
man.
It was definitely my favorite song from the original.
This should be so good.
Now we have this.
You know what? It's fine.
No, it's not fine.
Look, the rest of this movie is just as bad. It doesn't matter. This is perfect for this film. So be it.
I guess.
It's such a good representation of what this film is.
Well, I'm just glad you got it. You said you wanted it, and you got it in some form.
I mean, I wouldn't say I got it. I got, again, this movie. I got all the magic sucked right out of it. So yeah, it's pretty bad.
But yeah, the next day, Scar, he meets up with Simba saying, "Hey, let's go practice your roar in the gorge," which was definitely kind of like a new reason to actually go into the gorge.
No, I think it was the same in the original.
No, he said, "I have a surprise for you."
Yeah, your dad's going to meet you here. He's really excited to show you something. And while you're here, you might want to work on that roar because it's embarrassing. What are you doing? Honestly.
Yeah, in this, I actually like the reasoning. It was all like, oh, yeah, in the gorge, you just keep roaring till you find it, and your roar is gonna, go over the top of the walls or whatever.
I will give you, it is a better reason, but it's not as sassy as stay here, I'm gonna get your dad, and like, seriously, your roar sucks, man. What do you gotta do something about that?
Yeah. Well,
it's a better
also,
reason, but that's so much better.
and also in the original, it was all like, got a surprise to die for or something. I think he said that.
He did. Oh, trust me, it's to die for.
And this, it was all like, yeah, you're going to work on your roar, and it's going to be a gift to your dad, a gift he'll never forget.
Yeah, not nearly as good or anything, but better reason, sure. Logically, we're there.
Yeah. And next thing you know, wildebeest stampede in the gorge. Oh no, hyenas ended up rousing up all the wildebeests.
Yeah, and in this, they actually showed the hyenas kind of running with them and almost hurting them.
Yeah, in the original, I think you just kind of see them like before in the plains, but you don't really see them interacting.
They
much
just
with the
implied it.
wildebeest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's heavily implied, but
yeah, in this, like, I don't know, the gorge seems much bigger, and it's all like, boy, if Simba just hugged to those walls, I think he would have been good.
Probably would have been fine.
Yeah, but he decides instead he's going to run with the wildebeests.
There's a point where he's just like kind of, there's like a small ledge that he kind of ducks into, a step.
Yeah, which
almost.
is in the middle of the fucking stampede.
Yeah, but if he just stayed in that step, like they would kind of just all jump over it. They're not gonna. I figured. I don't know.
I think it was too small of a ledge.
I don't know.
Because also, like, with the stampede, like, around that ledge, it seemed like it was kind of, like, breaking down a bit. Because it was so tiny, and there's a lot of wildebeest that have to go through. But yeah, Zazu ends up seeing Simba's down in the thing, and... Oh, I guess Scar also comes and says... No, I guess it starts off with Scar actually saying, like, hey, Mufasa, Simba's in the gorge, stampede, let's go! And... Mufasa goes down into the gorge, helps his boy, struggles to get up that cliff. Scar comes to help him.
Now, the way they showed this, I really felt like Mufasa could have just hung on to the side of the cliff and waited the stampede out.
But he's going to be uncomfortable if he's just waiting on the side of the cliff. He wants to get up to a nice comfy spot. With Scar, his buddy, his brother.
Yes.
But yeah, he's hanging on by that cliff and he says, Scar, help me up. And... Scar's just like, long live the king. Digs his paws into him.
Then he waxes, he just gets
first digs.
Oh, okay.
He first digs the paws into him, and then he whacks his face.
He gives him a little whack.
I thought that he was going to have a scar there like he does.
He just gave him a little whack. He boops him.
Yeah.
He just gives him a boop.
Yeah,
He's all, dude, he booped you. Get over it, man. It's not that big of a deal.
You want to do that scream again for us?
No, I literally, if I do that, I won't have a voice.
Oh.
It's, man, like, I will give you this. My cat has also booped me in the face. It's something cats do.
And lions.
Not super dramatic. Not as big as a deal as they made it out to be.
Yeah, so Mufasa falls into the stampede and to his death. Once the stampede is done, Simba sees his dad's dead, and he's a sad boy.
I cried here.
Oh, okay, thanks.
I was too busy.
You told me.
I was too busy laughing to be crying.
Such a dick.
I'm such a dick. He got booped. And he's so melodramatic about it. He lets go of the fucking ledge. Mufasa, get over it, man. So I will. You know what? I take it all back. They kept the comedy. They just maybe misplaced it.
So Scar comes along, sees Simba with dead Mufasa, and says, "Simba, what have you done? What's your mother gonna think? You know what you have to do? You just have to run away."
It's funny because he does deliver it kind of like how you are.
Like you said, the comedy is there, just misplaced.
Just super misplaced. It's time and a place, Disney. It's not here.
No, sir.
Really flipped the script on this film.
But yeah, the hyenas end up chasing them off a cliff, and I don't know. I guess Scar sees Simba fall off the cliff, and he just says to the hyenas, hey, finish him. But the hyenas say, we're not going down there.
No, Scar doesn't see him.
Well, it's
No, No,
the
lady sees him fall off the cliff.
yeah, and she tells the boys to go finish it, and the boys like walk away, do a "don't stand so close to me" bit again because it's hilarious. And they say, "Let's just tell her we ate them. Who cares?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. That's it. Because again, the lady has to be super competent and not at all having fun with the rest of them.
Man, what did they do with this?
I don't know.
But yeah, the Scar reports back to all the lionesses at Pride Rock and says, hey, Mufasa's dead. I guess I have to be king now, but I need some help from the hyenas. And the hyenas come and, makes them uncomfortable, but, they're there. Gonna help him out. New era.
Is tiptoeing near Roar?
No. I don't think he says that line in this movie.
Which, good. It's too good for this movie.
But dude, when he actually assumed the throne at Pride Rock and kind of, got to the ledge, I thought he was going to give a roar, but no roar.
It's not the time. His brother just died.
Yeah, but he's king. I feel that when there's a new king,
it's under the worst circumstances. Show some respect.
I mean, later on in the movie when Scar dies, Simba does a roar.
Well, yeah, that's different.
Hey, Simba, your uncle died. There's a time and a place for a roar, but...
No. Yeah, but your
my
evil
uncle died because, he, tried to bang my mom. It was the whole thing. We'll get to that.
That's true.
But,
We'll get to that.
Okay, fine. Let's move over to the desert.
Also, it's a lot... Never mind. We'll get there. Go on.
What do you mean?
No, we'll get there, please.
Okay, Simba goes to the desert. It's sandy. He eventually collapses. The vultures are circling.
The buzzards are buzzing.
So is there a difference between vultures and buzzards?
I think buzzards are just what you call vultures because it's fun.
Oh, okay. I wrote in my notes, buzzards circle, but when Timon and Pumbaa come, they call them vultures.
Those buzzards were about to bite. Eh?
Is that what they also said in the movie, or are you doing a thing?
No, I'm just throwing something out there for the potential if Nick is listening.
Oh, well.
Buzzard bites. Just, if that manages to stay in and it gets not edited out.
I'm going to make sure what kind of cunt is that bad enough? What can I say to make sure it gets edited out?
The N-word?
I'm not saying that.
Well, then it's staying.
What if I had to go to the bathroom? What if I just kept the door open and peed really loud?
Do you actually have to go to the bathroom?
A little bit, but I could wait. I mean, I drank 8 bottles of water because I feel like I'm dying.
Well, we're not even at adult Simba, so you might as well just go.
All right.
Okay, let's get back to the thing.
Please, I only have so much voice left.
So the vultures are circling around Simba. Timon and Pumbaa come up. I don't know. They do a bowling thing again, I think.
Bowling for buzzards.
Wow. I like buzzard bowling more. But they don't get any of them. They all fly away.
Sure, buzzard bowling. What is it? What does it matter?
Okay, guys. So I have a thing in my notes, which I might need your help on.
Okay.
All I wrote here is Timon gay ?
Yeah, that's
the actor's gay.
That's Billy Eichner. Yeah.
What would I know him from?
Billy on the Street.
Recreation. Billy on the Street. He's very good.
What was he in Parks and Rec?
He was Parks and Rec. He was. You remember the season where they had they doubled up on people, the Parks Department, and they all had counterparts?
No.
They had a weird season where the Parks Department doubled, and everyone got a counterpart, an anti-version of them. And it was weird because they didn't last that long, except for Billy Eichner. He stayed around because he's a funny guy.
He's the guy that... Oh, fuck, what was his name? He seemed to have a stick up his butt, right?
You could say that. I would love to do an impression of him, but I know I'm going to die. Because he's a very bombastic, loud, flamboyant man, and he's incredible, and I love him.
He's so good. Honestly, I haven't watched much of Billy on the Street, but anytime I watch it, it's so good. Just watch an episode of that. It's so funny.
He is.
He just runs around and just yells at people. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, yeah. After seeing pictures of him, I know exactly who he is. So
Okay,
we're good,
perfect,
we're good.
great,
No
thank
worries.
you. Because he's a treasure. But
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, you're right. Timon is gay.
yeah. Like I like him as Timon. I think he's good.
No, I'm like I will say he comes off as like a bit of a jackass. But if you don't know Billy Eichner, he comes off as a bit of an asshole because he's always yelling.
Yeah.
So I say it's fine.
But yeah, they go through the usual shtick, which is like, Pumbaa wants to keep little Simba, and Timon's like, I got an idea. Let's keep him. And, they're going to name him Fred. My movie theater just fucking died at that.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any.
Apparently
just
Craig
one
did too.
moment.
No, I
Did
think it's
you-
just
did you
funny
also
that you're
laugh
the
at Fred?
theater died at that.
I only heard one laugh this entire movie, and it was later. We'll get there.
Okay.
What's Timon and Pumbaa though? So
Yeah, Pumbaa was all like, let's call him Fred. And my movie theater just bursted out laughing. And I'm all like, great. Like, I feel like they even had some silence there because Disney knew, like, oh, this is going to be a great joke.
this is the part where they laugh. You got Seth Rogen saying a thing.
But, Simba, once he actually talks to Timon and Pumbaa, he's just, depressed. And, you got to put your behind in your past or something.
No, they don't even say that. They just say put your past behind you.
Okay. But yeah, man, do you know who's ugly? Pumbaa.
Yeah, he's not pleasant to look at.
Not at all.
No.
It's like,
I mean, it's kind of what warthogs look like.
Yeah, I know, but
They're not.
but do you want to see a warthog?
turns out no. They should have changed that whole song.
To what?
To just him being ugly.
He was so cute when he was a baby. He showed the little baby.
Well, yeah, he's a
Ooh, yeah.
little piggy.
Let's
Little
fucking get
stinky
into
piggy.
that. Hakuna Matata, guys.
Means no worries.
That's true. But yeah, when Pumbaa goes into his little sad story about the friends never standing downwind,
Yeah, that's it.
it shows baby Pumbaa, which I don't think
Yeah.
that they showed baby Pumbaa in the original, right?
No, he was full grown. He just was smelly.
Gotcha. Yeah, they showed little baby Pumbaa, and it was so good.
Yeah, a little piglet.
Yeah, that was probably the one original thing that I liked. Good job, movie.
I mean, it was any excuse to not show Big Pumbaa anymore.
That's true.
So I don't blame him. He did say the F word though, and I was a little taken aback when Pumbaa said the F word in that song in front of the kids.
He did?
He said the F word. Yeah. He was. And I was downhearted whenever I farted. Are you not gonna stop me? Farted. And he goes, "No, I'm not gonna." I can't even do it right.
Oh,
He did
yeah,
say
they
farted.
made that fucking
he did
joke.
He said farted.
Wow, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, they
Yeah.
tried to be witty with it, and it's all like, no, just do the freaking song.
I will say this. I don't think they were trying to be witty with it. I think that was a genuine reaction of Seth Rogen doing the part, and then Billy Eichner responding it as he would, whereas I'm not going to stop you, dude. You're disgusting, and I love you. And him going, okay, farted. So I will give them that. I don't think that was written. I think that was just those people working off each other.
Gotcha. Yeah, like the imagery for that part was good, but the actual song part I did not like at all.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Who is Pumbaa again?
Seth Rogen, right? I'm saying
Yeah.
his name right. I don't like him. Well, he's fine. I don't have a problem with him. He's a funny guy and does comedy.
I like how we get the Seth Rogen laugh though from Pumbaa.
Yeah. He's him being him. It's fine.
Seth Rogen has that very distinct laugh.
Never noticed.
It's very It's like a like.
It's almost like he should have been Ed.
Yeah.
No, it's not crazy. Like it's just dumb sounding.
That's Ed's laugh.
No, Ed is like wild and wacky.
You have to do it, Craig. It's the only way he's gonna know.
Yeah, Craig, the way that you're doing Seth Rogen's laugh, it just sounds wild and wacky.
Well, Koska did it really well before.
I know, but I can't do it again, or I literally won't be able to finish the.
Craig, like, that was good, but you're just trying to put our friend in a bad situation. You want him to do more harm to his
I
voice?
just did
You
it.
know he's suffering already.
No, he did do it though. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it.
But he shouldn't be egging you on into a situation like this.
I think he forgot.
Don't worry, I'll be here to remind him.
Thank you.
I got your back, dude. Don't worry.
I appreciate it.
We need someone to be the judge here and make sure that one member of the Dunces doesn't get singled out.
I'll be the judge.
Yeah, that'll go over well.
Why not?
Because you're the one doing the singling out constantly.
When have I literally ever singled anyone out? Ever?
Yeah, Craig.
If anything, I'm always pulling Richard off of you because he can be a big meanie sometimes.
I'm sorry, I do my best.
You get caught up in the moment. I get it. That's why I pull you out.
Yeah,
I pull you
thanks. That's why we appreciate you this much.
out. Craig seems to think I'm against him, though.
Craig, just say you appreciate him, and we'll move on.
No, he doesn't have to.
You're now singling me out.
I'm trying to stop him too, Craig. I just say he doesn't have to. So please, let's all just get along because you have to finish talking about this movie. I wish this was a bit. I do. It's not.
Okay, don't worry. We're gonna quickly finish Hakuna Matata because
Please.
in this Hakuna Matata we have a bunch of friends now.
Oh my god, the
I
Bush
hated
baby.
this.
The Bush baby. There was a Bush baby.
You can't keep saying that.
Why not?
It's offensive.
Did you know who voiced the Bush baby?
Chance the Rapper.
Yeah,
Chance the Rapper was the I.
the Bush baby.
Chance the Rapper was the I.
You sure?
That's crazy. Good for him. That boy allegedly brought me nuggets back. I'm nothing but loyal to him.
Ooh, that's
Also,
true.
he does a lot of
That's
community
true.
work, so he's just a good person. I'm sure he loved being in this movie, even though it's let's face it,
What did he bring? Nuggets? What?
spicy nuggets back to Wendy's, baby.
Oh, he brought the nuggets back. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, no.
I think if I talk like this, I'll be fine. Is this okay?
No.
What a guy.
Yeah, I love him.
But anyway, yeah, they have a bunch of friends this time, and I don't know, they don't bring much to the table.
No, I also hated them because are these also just outcast animals? I guess because the point of Timon and Pumbaa is they're outcasts. They have each other, and that's it, and that's okay with them because Hakuna Matata, baby. Who are these other losers? Why are they here? Pumbaa's supposed to stink really bad. That's the whole thing, and Timon's a lazy idiot.
They're supposed to be a trio.
Yeah, they're not anymore. There's like 1,000 of them. This is a weird choice they've made. I don't get it. It doesn't add anything to this film.
Yeah.
Other than I guess it gives Chance the Rapper a role, which again I'm happy for him, buddy. You've earned this. I just wish it was in better circumstances.
Yeah. But anyway, at the end of the song, they also do this one weird thing where Simba just keeps singing the song and Timon and Pumbaa have a back and forth saying like, why is he still singing? And my movie theater fucking loved that too.
Yeah, you have the worst movie theater, I think. But it's also the people I guess you'd expect to see this film. Gonna eat it all up.
Those people paid $20 for it.
Yeah, I thought that, going to a theater where you have to pay $20 on opening night.
You said that the last time you did that, and it was wrong.
Yeah, but at least last time I had a guy that was willing to like get out of his seat and tell people to shut the hell up. But
You should have been that guy. Be the change you want to see in the world, man.
you're right. I should have
But
done
also,
something.
this is a kids movie. That's not very good. Let them, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? They're getting all their slimy satisfaction from it. Let them be.
Slimy yet satisfying.
That's what I was referencing. Yeah, with my words.
I just had to be sure.
Just want to reiterate. What do you mean? Slimy satisfaction isn't like a normal turn of phrase that people just use.
I mean, sometimes they do. It depends on what they're talking about.
You know what they're talking about. There's only two things in this life that's slimy yet satisfying. One of them is grubs.
And the other?
You know.
Craig, do you know?
So Simba is an adult now?
Hey, Craig knows.
God damn it. You guys are perverts.
Can't even fucking. No, Matt, just go on.
Okay, Simba's an adult now, and I don't know. Nothing really happens with him as an adult in, like, Timon Pumbaa Land, right? It's all about,
No.
like, what happens elsewhere.
Yeah.
Pride Lands is basically dead because all of the herds left, aside from the lionesses and the Scar and hyenas.
Oh wait, did the fur disappear yet?
I mean, we can go into that now. Because like the fur thing happens later on at nighttime when they're looking at the stars, which we can now talk about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
they're looking at the stars. They do the same jokes as the first movie in which like, hey, what do you think those stars are up in the sky? I think they're fireflies. Oh, I bet they're balls of gas.
Everything to you is gas.
I bet they're kings in the sky. Someone told me that once.
you dumbass.
Like a bunch of royal dead guys are watching us. What, are they gonna fall on us? Ah.
Yeah. And Simba gets laughed out of the conversation. But I think Timon and Pumbaa actually acknowledge it this time. I don't think that they acknowledged it in the original movie, really.
Probably not.
I don't remember, but yeah, they felt sorry.
I remember something that happens. Maybe it doesn't happen yet, but there's something they really hammer in while Simba's an adult with Timon and Pumbaa. And I'm sorry, I should have brought it up before. But do you guys have they talked about the circle of life yet?
This is probably around the same time, maybe a little before or a little after, but
the line of whatever. They really want to hammer home, hey kids, Hakuna Matata, don't do it. It's very selfish and wrong. You gotta be part of the circle. Don't be Timon and Pumbaa, they're bad people. They really went out of their way to hammer this point home. And I'm like,
yeah,
don't need to do that.
God, I forget what they call it exactly. Something about like line of meaninglessness or line of indifference.
It's something like that. It's life is it's nihilism. Nothing matters. Who cares?
Yeah, all I put was not circle, line, life meaningless, something.
Yeah, they really ham-fisted that in there. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
you got it, guys. Yowza.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so before we actually look at the Pride Lands again, and it's like nighttime, and you can tell things are bad. Scar, he's like, hey, Sarabi, come eat with me. Be my queen. And she's like, no. And Scar just says, okay, well, the hyenas are going to eat before the lions, and you have to deal with that. And the hyenas, they don't leave much.
They like to eat. And it's her fault for not sleeping with Scar. Simba, your mom should have banged him.
Mm-hmm. And now Nala has to escape.
Bum, because that makes sense.
Hey,
guys.
The last movie, she was literally just looking for food. She was hunting, and that made that they didn't need any other reason than that.
Well,
right?
What if I told you they originally had a reason for Nala to leave? Are you guys familiar with this? Are you guys familiar with the deleted Lion King scene?
No, what's the deleted Lion King scene? Deleted scene from the original or
I wouldn't
this
say
live
deleted.
action?
More like no, it's the original. And maybe I don't know if you call it deleted scene. It's definitely they didn't fully produce it, but they did all the recording for it, and then they decided maybe we shouldn't do this. But originally the scene is Scar talking to Zazu, and he's like, "Oh, Zazu, why does nobody love me? What am I missing that Mufasa has?" And Zazu is like, "Oh, okay, here's this, and he had a family, guy. Maybe you should work on that." And he goes, I wonder. Cue comes Nala. And then Scar starts singing Be Prepared again. It gets a reprise where he's talking about how he'd like to bang Nala.
No
have
way.
Children with her.
No
and
way.
he's trying to force himself on her.
No way.
Yeah, buddy.
I have to look this up. It's
up.
on YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
I mean, it does kind of make sense.
Yeah. So originally
he's evil
he was,
and lions, it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was definitely trying to bang Nala initially in the original version, and that's what caused her to leave.
And she was full grown at this point anyway, so
still really creepy.
I agree, 100%.
I don't find it creepy.
Rape scene. You gotta listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, I do.
It's so good. Just look it up. It's really good. I love Be Prepared. That, and after that, she denies him, and then he has the hyenas all come out, and they all sing along with him, saying, "Hey, we're gonna bang, baby, or you get nothing. You get nothing." It's good. I understand why they cut it out. But it is very similar to this scene with Simba's mom instead.
Okay, I'll look at that later after the
It's
show.
less bad when it's Simba's mom because it's like...
It's not a child, well, at least
Yeah.
a childhood friend of
Yeah.
Simba.
Yeah, exactly.
Still nasty. Yo,
Yeah.
that's your brother's girl, man. Be cool.
Yeah. But anyway, okay, so Nala, she has like a little escape sequence, which is weird.
Yeah, that doesn't really.
But Zazu helps out.
Yeah, that's all we really have to say.
Because Zazu's not being held by Scar, so we didn't get the I've got the lovely bunch of coconuts scene, which I was disappointed about.
Yeah, and also again, just mad disrespect to Zazu because apparently no one understands his importance in this his role here. He's
Mm-hmm.
he's
Yeah,
a good advisor. Listen to him, buddy.
yeah. So Nala sneaks away from Pride Rock. Zazu helps, and I think after that, Zazu also just flies away forever.
I mean, I think he returns at the end, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter.
He still shows up in the movie. Not
Well,
as
I know
anything.
he shows up in the movie.
Oh,
but I
okay, you
think
said
he
fly away
just-
forever. I thought you were saying, oh, he's just gone now. We don't
No,
see him
he's
the rest
gone
of the
from
film.
Pride Rock.
Yeah, no, he disappears. Yeah, he goes, I don't need this. Whatever.
Yeah.
Now the fur, right?
Yeah. So back to what we were talking about before with the stars. Yeah, Simba goes away from Timon and Pumbaa, and some of his fur comes off, and it makes a little trip.
And they show the trip for a really long time.
It is excruciating.
There was like a somewhat decent payoff because, like,
It was too much and too unrealistic.
And also, you call that a decent payoff?
well, the thing is, okay, so the fur flies off of Simba, it travels through like the lands, it gets picked up by a bird who puts it in his nest. Eventually, a giraffe comes and just kind of eats the fur nest, and
Poops it.
then it's in like a dung ball or something, and that was cute. Decent payoff.
And then somehow makes it to Rafiki. Yeah,
Makes it way to Rafiki. It is so
And then-
long.
and then Rafiki takes a big whiff of that shit
Yeah,
covered.
he
fur.
eats that up. He just like,
And he's like, "Oh, Simba's alive," and I'm just like, "Yo, it ain't gonna smell like Simba anymore."
No, it shouldn't. You know what they could have done?
What?
Had the wind pick up the fur, and it makes its way to Rafiki.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have done it in a scene. You didn't need this. You don't have to have silence for way too long.
Like, I also kind of think back to this, and does the fur really have to make its way to Rafiki? Why can't you just have him meet, like, Rafiki in the jungle or something?
Because then he can't, like, crack open a juice fruit sauce and rub it on the wall going, not even doing it. He laughs.
He's alive.
He's alive. I mean, you could do it, but I mean, just, it's fun. It wasn't fun so much in this movie, but, originally, it was fun.
Yeah. This just
Yeah.
instills hope that the movie's almost over.
Yeah, but let's stretch that hope as far as we can.
Oh, in like a 5 minutes. Well, maybe not 5 minutes, but it was definitely like a few minutes long.
It felt forever. For a movie that was already lasting for an eternity, this scene was... it was brutal.
Yeah. But eventually, we end up next day. Timon and Pumbaa start singing Lion Sleeps Tonight.
And then like everybody joins in.
Yeah. I thought that was good. That was cute.
He did a good job.
That was probably the second best song in this movie.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah. It's like when you look back at Lion King 2019 now, you can say, okay, the best songs in it, The Circle of Life, Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Still prefer the original just because it's more fun. He does the my Pumbaa.
Yeah, but eventually Nala ends up breaking up the song. She's chasing Pumbaa around. It's a long chase too.
It is such a long chase scene. And it's not like funny. It's just lion chasing a pig.
Yeah, but then Simba comes, gives a roar, pounces on Nala, whatever. They tumble in the leaves for a bit. But Simba says, "Oh, Nala." And she says, "Oh, Simba?" And Nala says, "Thought you were dead." Pumbaa says, "I thought I was too." That was cute.
Then they rub face.
Yeah, rubbed face. And do they like immediately basically go into Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Pretty much,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Simba just says, "I'll show you around," and then
And
they
then
go
it
into
just
song.
goes to it. Yeah.
Which is weird because I don't think there was any nighttime in this song. It was only like late afternoon.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, they were feeling the love today.
Yeah, this afternoon. And boy, I don't like that song. I don't like this version.
No, even Billy couldn't save it.
Yeah, like, I don't think Beyonce and Donnie Glover, I don't think they go well together. And Beyonce embellishes way too much.
Yeah, she's hamming it up. Someone has to, because Scar wasn't there too.
And, like, I get it. Like, that's her thing. But when paired in a duet, it's a bit jarring.
Yeah. Wait.
What?
I'm just trying to think.
Yeah.
Because the Timon is doing his all, our trios down to 3.
I can see what's happening.
Yeah, I know. I would don't trust me. I would very much like to sing it.
Yeah, that part's up too in this movie.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking because there is the line where he's doing the originally he's doing the French accent. He goes, "The sweet caress of twilight." Does he say that in this? Because it is again. You said it was just the afternoon.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
I don't remember. I hope he did, because then it just makes no fucking sense.
All I wrote in my notes is Timon and Pumbaa lame.
Yeah, that's okay. Again, there's no help in this song.
Yeah, like, I don't think they had as many lines when beginning it. I could be wrong, but
I think you're right.
it's lackluster all throughout. That's all we need to know.
Yeah.
All we need to say. But yeah, Nala ends up saying to Simba, like, hey, the Scar basically ruined the Pride Lands, you gotta come back. And Simba just says, Hakuna Matata. Simba goes away, Nala goes away, and Simba runs into Rafiki. Usual stick.
Shtick.
Yeah, not stick, shtick.
I know, I couldn't do the SH sound.
Oh.
I had problems.
What if
I'm sorry.
What if I was making a lot of noise and you wanted me to be quiet but you couldn't get the words out? What sound would you make? Okay.
Are you a snake?
You might be a snake.
I'm having problems.
You really can't make the sound.
You can't go shh.
I know I can, but right now I just can't.
Is this the same? You can't burp either. Is this the same
No,
thing?
no,
I
like,
think
I
it's the
can
same
say,
medical
like,
problem.
she says, she
sells seashells down by the seashore?
She sells,
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it, man.
I was able to do it at the start.
We won't point out your shortcomings any longer.
I used to have to take speech class because I couldn't do my S's properly.
Huh.
Because I guess I said it like,
sucks.
hey guys, how are ya? Let's go have some soup.
I would love some soup right about now.
But now I'm reformed. I just can't do the SH sound. Like shtick. Boom.
Hey,
There you go.
did it. Let's get a clean one so you can edit it in.
Shtick.
Perfect.
Like I'm gonna edit that.
Yeah, I know. Let's get Rafiki and his new shiny new stick.
The meaningless line of indifference.
There it is. The meaningless line of indifference.
Sorry, I turned the page and that's...
Yeah, you can edit that part into, I guess. So was Rafiki just boring in this movie? Because again, I was losing so much. Oh, I've already lost interest.
He was. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, like he spoke in riddles, but he didn't like speak in like crazy riddles, and he didn't talk about like bananas and squash like he did in the original.
I like that so much, though.
Yeah, but the usual. Hey, I know Mufasa. You're Mufasa's boy. Let's go see him. Takes him into the puddle. Simba looks in. That's me. Look closer. Oh, the clouds come in. Mufasa says, "Hey, Simba, you remember who you are, dude? Come on, take your place in the circle of life. Get your act together." And he does.
Yeah, but then this time he grabs Nala, and then runs away.
Oh yeah. Because I think in
back.
the original he just did it alone.
He did, and then they left. They realized, I guess.
Yeah. Rafiki kind of says to him, "Who are you?" And he says, "I am Simba, son of Mufasa." And yeah, they run back to, I guess, the Beyonce song.
Yeah, that's the new one. Whatever it was, some spirit something, right?
Yeah, Spirit. Can you hear it?
Didn't even realize there was a song playing there.
Yeah, it was Beyonce's special super duper song for this, and it was unmemorable.
It's no single ladies.
Yeah, definitely not.
They should have had a really good song. They should have played "Single Ladies" when we saw all the lionesses.
No, they should have done single ladies when Timon and Pumbaa had to do a distraction.
What or what about when Scar was looking for a mate? He's just like, ooh, all the single ladies.
Or just put Zazu back in that cage.
Oh yeah, put Zazu in the cage.
Would have been good.
Yep.
Except you disrespected the boy so hard.
But anyway, they get to the Pride Lands. It looks like crap. And,
Looks like a fixer-upper.
yeah. Same exact line from the original.
Timon and Pumbaa follow them.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of goes without saying.
Yeah, but both times he doesn't say anything to them. He just leaves.
They gotta get to the Pride Rock. They need a distraction, and it was cute what they did. They start doing the Be Our Guest.
Yeah.
Well, before that, they say we need a distraction, and then they all they're discussing it, and meanwhile they're all staring at Pumbaa while Pumbaa's not not realizing that he's just going to be the distraction. Yeah. I thought this was the most cartoony scene in the whole movie.
This is also the scene that got a laugh out of the theater I was in.
Because they're all literally just staring at
him. We need big piece of live bait, something juicy. Yeah, we should do that. No, we need something really good. It's like, yeah, we should do that. Why are you guys staring at me? And then yes, they did Be Our Guest.
Instead of doing the big distraction like hula dancing.
Not as good.
Yeah. They only did the beginning lines of Be Our Guest instead of when it actually goes into song.
It was 3 lines. The dining room is proud to present
your dinner.
And then they just run away.
It's cute though.
Yeah, cute.
Not as good.
No. You gotta dress in drag and do the hula.
Yeah, I guess they really wanted to keep the the realism here.
Yeah, the realism.
But yeah, they make it to Pride Rock. I don't know.
They fight. There's fire.
Yeah. Okay, but first, I do want to say this. There's a scene. It goes back to Rafiki, and Rafiki gets his staff, and he says, "My old friend." But I don't think he had the staff in this movie at all until that point.
His old friend's Mufasa. He's talking to Mufasa.
No, he's not. He was talking to his staff. He got it out of the cupboard or whatever.
Mufasa gave him the staff. Did you miss that?
Yes, I did.
You missed.
He's lying to you. Did he not have the staff in the beginning?
He probably. Who cares?
No, he didn't have the staff in the beginning. He just had his fizzle rocks or whatever, fizzle sticks.
Root, yeah. No, look, buddy. Mufasa left him the staff in his will, and he's saying, "One day you'll have to beat up a bunch of hyenas to save my son. I betroth this to you."
Why the hell did Mufasa need to keep it from him?
What do you mean keep it from him?
Why was Mufasa holding on to it while he was alive?
It's a good stick.
Yeah, but he can't. All he can do is hold on to it in his mouth.
Well, yeah, in this movie.
Whatever. I'm pretty sure in the original, I'm pretty sure he had it at the beginning ceremony.
He did.
He had it constantly. That thing was attached to him.
Yeah, in this one, it's you don't see it until he's ready to whack some doofuses.
It's just weird. I wanted to whack Simba with it. That really drove it home.
Oh yeah, he did that in the original, right?
Yeah, buddy.
He's speaking in riddles.
He's telling Simba he's an idiot. What are you doing? And he keeps smacking him in the head.
Yeah, he keeps smacking him. And Simba goes, "Why did you do that? That hurt." It's well, guess what? It happened in the past. It's behind you, right? Hakuna Matata, bitch. Rafiki's really good in the first movie, guys.
Yeah. It's a damn shame. But we get to Pride Rock. Scar and Sarabi, they're fighting. Simba sees, and he's all "Yo, don't hit my mom like that."
Don't hit on my mom like that.
Thank you for correcting me.
Mufasa, you're dead. Scar's original line was there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Simba says, "Scar, I'm going to rip you apart." And I was like, why is he so hostile?
He was trying to bang his mother.
Let him have at it. Yo, she's a grieving widow. She's got to get back on that horse.
Not her brother-in-law. Gross.
Crazier things have happened.
They are lions. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, we're already filled with incest already within this pride.
Well, it's not actually incest. It's just bad manners.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Simba comes. Scar kind of taunts.
Wait, hold on.
Stop. just keep going, Rich.
No, what happened?
I'm just
incest
does happen.
Rich,
I
you
think
could
I-
have just
I
kept
think
going.
I
You could have
think-
just kept going.
I think I might have fell asleep again or something.
You guys are perverts.
I don't remember that happening. What is he just showing Scar his place? This is my mom. But you wish this was you, Scar.
God.
Simba's there, and Scar starts taunting him, saying, "Yo, tell him about Mufasa. Tell them the truth. You're a murderer." And Simba says, "Yeah, it's true. It's my fault."
He does. He just backs off and falls.
Yeah, backs off, falls, and Scar comes by and says, "Hey." No, well, he actually kind of yells it. "This scene looks familiar, guys."
And then the camera zooms in real quick, like really close, and Scar gives a wink. Like, hey guys, we're doing a remake. Do you get it?
Yeah.
It works on 2 levels. He says.
It's really meta.
And then Scar leans into Simba saying, "I killed Mufasa." And Simba gets back up somehow. I forget.
He bites. He
bites
bites
Scar.
Scar.
Yeah, he bites his nose or whatever.
Yeah. And I guess Scar goes, he pulled back hard enough to bring Simba back up. And I'm like, I understand in the first movie, Simba just like does a wicked awesome backflip for no reason.
Yeah.
But this is equally goofy.
Mm-hmm.
It's significantly less impressive.
But once Simba gets up there, Simba's like, "Yo, tell them what you just told me." And then all the lionesses are all like, "But Scar, you said you didn't get to the gorge until it was too late. Why did you say it looks familiar?"
What?
And I'm all like, God, why did they have to include that?
It was so bad. It was so insanely bad. Like, this movie has, again, not been impressing me throughout all of it. And then that happened. It's a bad movie.
But yeah, I guess they start fighting lions versus hyenas. I think that's when we actually get to the point where the fire is now spreading and it looks, red.
Yep.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. I wrote down lightning.
Yeah, because lightning strikes and sets the now dry Pride Lands ablaze. They also, again, made a point to point out the lady hyena, like she had a bone to pick with Nala the whole time, or something. It's whatever.
Yeah. The next thing I have in my notes, I kind of wrote over this line because it was dark in the theater, but I think I wrote chubby bully.
Oh yeah, they
What?
redo Mr. Pig, but they don't use the iconic Mr. Pig.
Oh.
They just said, "Oh, you called me chubby. Well, I'm not gonna stand for bullying." So he does a hit on him.
Rest in peace, Mr. Pig.
Yeah. Again, he kind of does a little run up to him and just kind of hits him with his nose, going ah, and the hyenas run away because it's so scary, I guess.
This whole scene, like the fight scene, was if they're going for realism, is very unrealistic because nobody's getting slashed, nobody's getting ripped up, because these are lions and hyenas. They got sharp teeth, they got sharp claws. They're just like booping each other, you know?
Well, yeah, they're just following Scar's lead. He really set the tone for this.
They learn from the best.
But they're being booped and they're just being grabbed and thrown.
Yeah, it's a gentleman's brawl, man. They're gentlemen.
Yeah, but eventually hyenas get chased off. I don't know.
No, that's it. Simba and Scar, they're doing a whole little back and forth. Simba's much stronger than Scar. Scar admits defeat. Scar goes, "What can I do to make it up for you? I'm so sorry. It was the hyenas. You know them. They're jerks."
And Simba says, "You can run away and never return." And Scar says, "Okay."
Okay. Psych. Fuji dust, mother, lover.
What?
He throws Fuji dust at him. He reaches into his pocket.
What's
gives it a
Fuji dust?
Fuji dust? He's like a little pocket stand he keeps on him.
It's what cheaters use when they're to blind their opponent.
Yeah, throws it in his eyes and goes for a
Yeah.
sneak attack, tries to hit him off, but no, it doesn't work. Eventually, I guess, Scar just ends up going off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Then the hyenas eat him.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that. It happens off screen. But he does end up in the
it's-
den.
It is implied that hyenas eat him. Just like the first time.
Hey, just wait until Lion King 2.
Okay, sure.
Scar returns.
Ooh, the return of Scar.
Why did you say it like that?
The return of Scar?
Yes.
Because it's the return of Scar.
Scar?
Scar.
Scar.
The return of Scar.
Scar.
This is like the stick situation again.
No, the return of Scar.
Why is it called Scar?
It's the way they name their sequels.
Dude, whatever. Okay.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't either. I know he's doing a bit, but I'm like, is his voice just broken?
Is this from Kimba?
This is from Kimba.
Kimba 2, The Return of Scar.
Return of Scar!
Whatever. Okay. Yeah, Scar's gone. Rain comes. Pride Land saved. Happy days.
Circle of Life. Baby, new baby. Over.
Yeah. Making sure that's true. Everything fine. Huh. That is the end of my notes.
I mean, I feel like a lot of movies end like that.
What, you mean all of the movies end with a resolution?
For the most part, yeah.
Unless there's it has an intended sequel and ends on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, but this is not one
The
of
Return
those.
of Scar.
The Return of Scar.
Craig, I didn't stay for the credits. Did you?
No.
Oh my god, dude. I counted on you to be there in case there was a movie scene.
Guys, I didn't even stay for the baby.
I googled it. There's no post-credit scene.
The thing is, like, you told me, like, I could have sworn you said, like, oh, you stay for the credits no matter what.
No, I Google it no matter what.
Oh, okay.
That's smarter.
I have my phone. It's 2019. I have my phone on me. I can just go blah blah blah. Does this have a post credit scene? And there's a website that just does this have a post credit scene? And then they write a whole article about whether or not it has a post credit scene.
Cite your source.
And the article, it's so funny how the article.
Craig, cite your source.
I don't know.
Craig, you got to give credit where credit is due.
I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not telling you exactly what it says.
He's also just garbaging all over them. It's fine if he doesn't state his source.
State my source. What am I writing, a term paper?
No, it's fine. Look, if you're doing a poo-poo all over them because they did a bad job, it's fine. Don't even worry about it.
But he keeps using the same site.
I mean, are we gonna cite Disney? Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Are we going to cite Disney on the Disney Dunces? Okay.
Yeah, it just tells you, like, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I've lost my train of thought. Just end this.
On the day we arrived on the planet.
Yeah, usual thing. Simba and Nala have a baby. Rafiki just, basically does the beginning scene presenting the new baby to all the Pride Lands. Pride Lands happy. Great. Circle of Life. Complete. The end. Good movie.
Why'd you say that twice?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I liked it. I mean, it definitely was definitely not as good as the original, but it's still the same, story. So it's like, I can't hate it at all. I can't dislike it because it's still the same story.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Do I dislike it? No. Do I like it? No. Yeah, that's it.
Like, I wouldn't see it again.
Yeah, of course not.
I'd rather, if I'm going to watch it again, I'm just going to watch the original.
Yeah. Like, if anyone ever asked me, should I see this movie, I'd say, just see the original, you're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you have a kid that really wants to see lions, then that's
Take them to the zoo. Put on the Animal Planet. There's alternatives.
I don't think I'm putting on Animal Planet for kids.
It's not a reason to watch this. Why not? The kids love the Animal Planet. I grew up on the Animal Planet.
Doesn't that get graphic?
Don't you want a kid who can tell you all about pseudo hyena penises on female hyenas?
No, that sounds like a crime if I talk to a kid about that.
It's not a crime, it's nature, man. It's hyenas.
I still don't think the parents of the kid would be happy if I was talking to a kid about that stuff.
Are you kidding me? If I had a kid and he walked up to me and just started spitting out facts about hyena reproductive organs, I would...
To strangers?
To me, man. If he did it to strangers, I'd be even prouder. Educated them. I'm here educating you guys.
That's true. Oh, we need to be educated.
So, mad props to the Animal Planet. Thank you for always being there for me. Because when I got bored, I just turned that baby on and it was good.
Mm-hmm. Guys, this concludes the summer of Disney.
Good.
We never have to go to the theater until Maleficent's
Yeah.
something.
Good luck to get me see that.
Dude, that looks cool.
We have to see the original.
It looks like another movie taking itself too seriously.
I want to see that so badly. You have no idea. I saw that trailer and I said, yes, I'm
You
excited.
go watch it.
I actually heard the first one's supposed to be good. So, there's that.
I think it's cute. I'm glad they did something different. I don't need to see it. It's not for me. I know that.
Oh, it's going to be for you. Don't worry.
I don't think so.
We'll figure that out.
Oh, you wasted it. You made me watch this trash of a thing.
Yeah.
And Aladdin. I've paid my price.
Don't worry. I'll treat you to another lunch
Waited
one
through
of
the
these
garbage.
days.
Yeah, great. You can treat me to all the lunches and all the movies from here on out. If you want anything to get done.
It'll get done. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, I mean, what do we got later this year? Frozen 2, and that's it. So where do we go from here, guys?
I have a good idea.
I don't want to hear it from you. Costco, where do we go from here?
Trying to think of a classic Disney original. One they didn't, try to beat the living crap out of to earn a quick buck. What about a story of triumph? One with respectable female characters who actually, have a purpose and not just kind of shoehorned in there for whatever God knows what reason. I'm thinking Cadet Kelly?
Holy crap, that is the best idea that I've ever heard. Let's do it.
I can't wait.
So you know what? Subscribe on whatever podcast listening platform you're using and follow on Instagram, guys. It's great. Craig's posting pictures every single week.
Yes.
Yeah, at Disney Dunces over there on Instagram, at Disney Dunces on Twitter. Enjoy. Dunce number 1 signing off.
Craig Stew. Dunce number 2. I'm leaving 2.
I'm the third one. And also television's Grover! It's me, Grover!
This year. Oh my gosh! An Out of This World series is coming to Disney Channel. A new series for anyone who's ever felt
Giant head, spindly limbs, face bumps. What the heck are you and where did you come from?
out of place.